Yeah, I'm back with another live episode of Final Say. I'm your host, the enlightened one, highly gifted Dr. Wright. So I had some technical difficulties when I set up my last live. I didn't have the chat available, so I had to shut that down and come back. However, whoever tuned in, I, you know, I pray that you guys see that I'm here now. You know what I mean? And tune back in. Like I said, I had some technical difficulties, so I had to shut it down. I didn't have the chat available, and I was unable to see who was in the chat, at that time. So I had to shut it down and bring it back so I could really see who's saying something, so I know who to salute and how and who to respond back to. But I'm gonna give some people some time to check in, and when people check in, I'm gonna do what I do. You guys see the title and/or the caption is education over entertainment, and I have no problem with entertainment at all. I appreciate entertainment because it's things that I do for entertainment purposes. However, I'm learning that with the entertainment, I can still educate myself. Vice versa, with being into education, I can still gain or seek entertainment out of it. So they can go hand in hand from my perspective. So today, that's what I'm gonna get into: how education and entertainment intertwine, or entertainment and education can intertwine, for everybody out there. And like I said, I'm gonna give some people some time to check in because I had some technical difficulties, so I had to shut the live stream down and come back so I could definitely see who's saying something to me in the chat. And I have it on subscriber mode, for one. I'm looking to get my subscriber count up. For two, I want to see how many people that subscribe to my page check in. And also I want some people that haven't never tuned into a live stream that is subscribed to me. I want them to check in, because I'm start giving out more ventures. I have two beautiful moderators so far, you know what I mean? And I want to expand and expound on that. And also, I want to help certain people promote their channels and/or their platforms. I'm not as big as some YouTubers out there that do help me, that do help promote my platform and promote my channel. However, any promotion is better than none. So I do want to help certain people promote their channels and promote their platforms. And also, I want to thank everyone who promotes my platform and they share my content. They share my videos, they share my live streams, or they've been able to share my music or just anything that I've done or been doing. I highly appreciate their time, their effort, and their energy. At the end of the day, that's very, very important to me. You know what I mean? Laurel, is that Laurel? I don't want to uh, pronounce your name wrong. Let me. Hold on. Yeah, so I don't want to get your name wrong. Greetings, friend. I don't know where you from or how long you've been subscribed to my channel, but I appreciate you tuning to the live stream. Thank you very much. Like I said, I don't know where you're from, what part of the world you're checking in from, but I appreciate you, for tuning in to the live stream. I'm allow some more people to come in and check in before I get into my content or what's in the description, so to speak, about education over entertainment. But thanks for tuning in. If you don't mind hitting the thumbs up, I would appreciate that. And just let me know if you don't mind, where you checking in from, where you tapping in from, so I can understand what part of the world you're from. If you're from another country, if you're from America, so on and so forth. but I appreciate you checking in to the live stream, friend. That's highly appreciated. Everybody at Final Say appreciate you for checking in and tuning in. But yeah, like I was saying, so I believe that education and entertainment could intertwine together, can connect. At the end of the day, it all depends on you know what you're looking for in regards to education and how you looking to be entertained. Like I said, I'm into certain things for entertainment purposes. However, I'm still looking to gain knowledge and I'm still seeking education from that. So whatever that source of entertainment is, I'm still looking to be educated or seek some education from it or behind it, at the end of the day. And to each his own. Maybe some people just want to be, entertained and not educated. And maybe some people just want to be educated and not entertained, or entertained and not educated. Is all on said person. But for me, I'm looking for more education at this point in my life where I'm at. Like I said, on my platform, I do a lot of homework, I do a lot of research, I do a lot of studying because I'm aware that people like to fact check people, and I don't have any gripe with that. I don't have any gripe with anything people do on the internet, let alone life. But since I'm on the internet and I have a platform, I don't mind that. For me, at the end of the day, I just look at it like the more homework and research and studying I do, it'll help me out. So if somebody does want to bring information that I don't know or I'm unaware of, I can feed off of that information and do more homework and do more research and learn more. Like I said before, it's several different ways to come up with answers. I don't believe and or I'm not a huge believer in just because I have an answer to something that's the only answer. I mean, you can get several different answers and several different remedies for things in life. It's all on you. So, for instance, it's like 6 to 7 different ways to answer a question. So, if somebody say how to get 10, 5 plus 5, 7 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2. It's various different ways to get 10. It's various different ways to get 20, etc., etc. So it's all on you. Just because, like I said, I may have 9 plus 1. Somebody else may know 7 plus 3. Somebody else may know 5 plus 5. Whatever and however the way you get the answer, I'm just a firm believer. I'm thankful you was able to come up with the correct answer. You know what I mean? That's just how I am, and that's just how I do things on my platform. So any way you can get answers, I'm thankful for that. But I'm not, I don't believe that my answers are the only answers. No, it's like I said, there's several different ways to come up with answers. And another thing with the entertainment thing, I'm a firm believer in is that again, we all seeking various different ways of entertainment. For me, like I said, I'm looking to still gain some knowledge and or some intellect and or some wisdom and or education and or information from being entertained. So I can go see a show, but I still want to learn something. I can view a sport, I still want to learn something. I can view a movie, I still want to learn something, or get some more information or be, enlightened to something that I wasn't paying attention to, or due to knowledge to something that I wasn't paying attention to. At the end of the day, I'm just a firm believer in that. And that's just how I live my life, and that's what I do on my platform. And again, you know, um, I have no discrepancies, no gripes with anybody on the internet, anybody in life. And I pray that whatever people's situations are, that they can stay healthy first and foremost. Second, they could look for that inner happiness and that inner peace within themselves, and not rely on a job or money or a car or a husband or a wife or a girlfriend or boyfriend or a spouse or a child or a parent or a job. Just look for that inner happiness within yourself. You know what I mean? And also, I'm a firm believer in, like I always say, is that with the Most High, I love to be connected to the Most High. So my spirit and or my soul could be connected to the Most High, so the Most High can open up the universe for me. I'm going to always be a firm believer in that. Like, that's not, nothing that's going to happen to me is going to change that, because I need my soul and my spirit to be connected so I could be one with the Most High, or with God, or with the Elohim, or Yahweh, or Yashi, or Allah, etc., etc. And I say all those names because I'm well aware that everybody doesn't look at the Most High as the Most High, or God as God, or Allah as Allah, etc., etc., the Elohim, Yahweh, Yahshua, etc., etc. So all the names that I'm aware of, I put them out there. And again, I'm not into religion. I'm just into spirituality, because, like I said, no matter what my religion is, or someone's religion can be, you still have to be, spiritual, to tap into your religion or your religious beliefs, so to speak, because your religion can be whatever it is, but if your spirit is not right, it really doesn't matter what your religion is at the end of the day, because now someone's going to say, but your spirit ain't right. You know what I mean? So as long as my spirituality is high, I believe that with religion, things can work its way out. But if my religion is high, my spirituality is low, somebody can, attack my spirit and or my soul. So if I keep my spirit and my soul intact and keep that at an all-time high, I mean, religion, from my perspective, won't hold as much weight. I'm not saying it won't hold weight at all, but it just won't hold as much weight. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm a real, huge believer in education at the end of the day. Excuse me. I'm a huge believer in that. And with that being said, I'm still gonna give some more people time checking. And if nobody checks in, that's not gonna distract me from doing what I do. I just like to give certain people time, because I'm aware, somebody may not have been on their phone, or they may not have gotten alert, or they may notifications may not have been on, etc., etc. And somebody notification can be on, or they could have been alerted, but they probably was preoccupied with something at the time, or doing something at the time, where it's like, they caught up in doing what they're doing, and they may say, you know what, okay, I see he live. Maybe, if he live a half an hour from now, or 20 minutes from now, or even 10 minutes from now, I'll come back and I'll let him know that I seen he was live. So, somebody, or people checking in is not that relevant. It only holds validity because at the end of the day, I don't want to be on the topic and then somebody tune in or tap in or chime in and like, what's going on, or what was I speaking about, or what was I doing. So at the end of the day, I respect that. I understand that, and I get that. So that's why I said at times I'll give people time to check in and tap in or chime in, so to speak. But far as I see it right now, what I'm doing with these lives, like I said, people aren't accustomed to me going live as frequently as, you know, others do go live that maybe they subscribe, and me and other people have like mutual subscribers. So some people may be subscribed to someone else and subscribed to me, but they're not accustomed to me going live as much as somebody else that we mutually, link up on their platforms or their channels. And that's not an issue. That's on me. I have to be more consistent. I have to be more constant with the live streams. And when those people do reach out to me, whether that's a live stream, whether that's a pre-recorded, uploaded video, I just have to let them know, to make sure their notifications are, and make sure they tune in and tap in to my community board, as much as possible, so they can see that I will be going live, or I am live, etc., etc. Because like I said, they notification can be on, but they might not be aware that I'm going live. And I get that, and I understand that. And that's not a knock on that person, or that's not a knock on anything. That's just how it is, when you definitely on YouTube. So somebody got a notification on, and they still might not get it, because it's like that with me. There's certain people that I'm subscribed to and my notifications are on. And when they go live, I still don't get notified that they went live. So I just see that they live, but I haven't gotten the notification. So I get it. And I just try to support people the best way that I can. And no matter what nobody platform is about, I look to stay positive. When I come to people's platforms, people's channels, people chat, I say peace and power, peace and blessings, have a blessed weekend, or have a stress-free week, I hope all is well. I salute everybody, and other people chat, because again, I get it, how things go on the internet. A lot of people come to people chats and be negative or be disrespectful or just come to certain other people's channels out of character. So for me, when I come to anyone's platform, the first thing I want to do is be respectful. The second thing I want to do is be mindful of my surroundings, meaning the other people that's in the chat and even the other people that's on the panel outside of the main host. So I try to salute everybody, and I just try to be mindful and respectful, and I pray that that God send that back my way and send it back on my platform. So whether I have 100,000 people or one person, I'm gonna keep the same energy. Definitely on my platform, and when I reach out to others and I go to other people's platforms and other people's channels, etc., and so on and so forth. But otherwise, outside of me waiting for more people to check in, I just pray that all has been well with everybody. And if all haven't been well, just try to pray for yourself, and your family and or your loved ones, and keep the faith in your prayer and keep the faith that things will come together and things will get better. Just try to stay consistent with it. Don't let things distract you from what you believe in that's right or what you believe in that's productive or what you believe in that's positive. Because I've been there. I had a lot of rough patches in my life where I didn't believe that things would be better for me, and things can get better than what they are as of today. But I'm thankful for the things that is right, for the things that is better, and when other things come together and get better, I'll be thankful for it. But like I always say, I have to do the right thing when those other things come, whatever that may be, a house, cars, money, jewelry, clothes, food, whatever that may be. I got to be mindful, and when I say be mindful, always think about somebody else that may not have what I have, and I might not have a lot, I may not have a lot to offer, but if I could offer somebody something to eat, or a quarter, or a penny, or a dollar, or a nickel, or whatever it is, I mean, I don't know how that could impact their life or how that could better their situation or that could better their circumstances. I mean, even with clothes, whatever it may be, because I've been homeless, I've been without food, I've been through a lot. I lived in shelters. Like I experienced a lot, what I mean, on both ends of the spectrum. So I get it, when people don't have certain things and people are doing certain things, so they don't really know sometimes how to ask for things, or sometimes they don't want to ask for things, or sometimes they're ashamed to ask for things. So at the end of the day, it all goes on, what mind frame you in when you got to ask people for things, or when you're looking to get things from people, and when it comes to prayer and or praying, and I understand that, and I stay mindful when it comes to that. So I'm not too bashful when it comes to praying, or I'm not too bashful to ask for things for myself or for my loved ones or for my kids or for people that I interact with, excuse me, or people that I come across. I'm not too proud for anything. And another thing, even though I call myself the enlightened, highly gifted Dr. Right, I'm still open for more information, more education, more knowledge, more tutelage. So I'm not above somebody giving me knowledge or giving me education, or enlightening me to something that maybe I do know, but giving me more education about it, or something I don't know, giving me better information about it, or higher learning, anything on that level. So I'm not too good for any of that. At the end of the day, I'm not too good for anything. However, I'm just looking to be a better version of myself on a daily basis. And also, I'm looking to be the person that God need me to be and God see me being. So I can't worry about what somebody else is going to say, think, and or believe. Definitely, if they're not doing what I always say, I do homework and or research. I mean, people may know certain things about me based around what they heard or based around what they're seeing on the internet, but that doesn't mean it's 100% true or 100% false. However, that's why I always say do your own homework and do your own research with anything, not just on people, not just on the internet, just with anything in life. So if you have a job, do homework and research on that job. You have a car, do homework and research on your car. Whatever food you may be eating, whatever medication you may be taking, whatever TV shows you may be watching, wherever you live at, the building or the house or the area or the community. etc., so on and so forth. You always do homework and research, because that helps further education, that helps further information. And a lot of times we don't believe that we can further these things because once we know. That's it. It's like I said earlier. It's a lot of different ways to come up with answers. It's like 7 to 8 different ways to get 10. It's not just 5 plus 5 or 6 plus 4. It's a lot of ways. 8 plus 2, 9 plus 1. 7 plus 3. It's a lot of different ways to come up with answers. So that's why I said I'm always open for more education, better education, better information because I'm still learning every day, and I'm thankful that the Most High has put me in the circumstance and the situation to learn. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful that I can learn, and I'm blessed that I can learn. At the end of the day, because some people aren't, mentally, there where they can learn. Their mind or their brain won't allow them to learn due to various different elements in life. So I'm learning that, if we can learn, take advantage of that, or if we physically can do things that some other people can't do, be thankful for that. You know what I mean? If your hearing is intact, if your vision is intact, you got the sense of smell, sense of touch. Be thankful for that because everybody don't have that. Everybody don't have the sense of smell or the sense of touch or the sense of feel or the sense of hearing or the sense of vision. You know what I mean? So if you have all your senses, be thankful for that every day. You know what I mean? And if you're in a predicament where you can get a nice hot meal on a daily basis, be thankful for that. And it may not be the nice hot meal that you want to eat, but some people don't are unable to get a nice hot meal. So be thankful that you can get a nice hot meal. Be thankful you can take a nice hot shower or a bath or etc. etc. I mean, I'm aware that it's a lot of things that I don't have. It's a lot more things that I do need. But for the things that is there and the things I do have, I always give thanks for those things every single day. Every single day. So anytime I get a hot meal, I'm very appreciative of that. Anytime I can take a shower, I'm very appreciative of that. Anytime, excuse me, anytime I can wash my clothes. I'm appreciative of that. Anytime I can buy groceries, I'm appreciative of that. Anything that comes with where I'm at in life, I'm thankful because it's always like I always say, it's always somebody doing better than me, and it's always somebody doing worse than me. So I'm thankful for what I do have, and what I don't have, I pray that it comes to me, and when it comes to me, like I always say, and I will continuously say, I still have to do the right thing with it because the Most High is going to test my character and on my fortitude and see what I'm going to do with these things. Am I going to be fruitful with them? Am I going to share with others? Am I going to share with my children or share with family or share with whoever, however, whenever? But I have to be prepared for that at the end of the day, so I can say, you know what, I want a mansion or I want a bigger house, and then when I get the house, who knows? I may come across a family member or one of my children that say, "Yeah, I don't got nowhere to live," and I can't be, worrying about if they got income, or I can't be worrying about if they're gonna listen to rules and regulations. I mean, it might just be, I might just be put in a situation where I have to help them, and I got to work around. Maybe they don't want to listen, or maybe they don't have money, or maybe they don't know how to cook, or maybe they don't know how to do things for themselves. You know what I mean? But I'm put in a situation where I can help them, and I'm learning now. I may have to be patient when it comes to those things, when it comes to helping them, being there with them, being there for them, guiding them, preparing them. And it's not just like I said, one of my children. It could be a family member. It could be a coworker. It could be anybody in any walk of life. I never know. All I know is when that time comes, I need to be psychologically, mentally, and spiritually prepared for that. And my soul and my spirit got to be aligned. So whatever I'm going to do, however I'm going to get it done, I got to be ready for that at the end of the day. And as long as I am, I believe that things will work out for the better. You know what I mean? But if I'm not psychologically, spiritually, mentally prepared for it, what can I do? Now it's going to be hard for me to make those adjustments. It's going to be rough for me to have to readjust to dealing with other people, living around other people, being fruitful when it comes to other people, sharing with other people, being thoughtful, being mindful, things of that nature and things of that manner. And another thing I'm working on is not being above apology. Like, I'm not above that. Like, I have apologized to people for various different things that could have happened 15 years ago, 15 minutes ago, 10 years ago, 10 minutes ago, 10 hours ago. I mean, I'm not at that level where who am I? I'm willing to apologize to anybody, and I could be 100% right, and they could be 1,000,000% wrong, or they could be 1,000,000% correct, and I could be a million percent wrong. Still, I'm willing to apologize because I'm looking for peace and tranquility in my life. So if I'm looking for peace and tranquility, I got to be ready to do things that others might not be ready to do. No, I got to be willing to step up and do things and say, you know what? At the end of the day, though, I want to apologize. Why? So we could further this education, we could further this information, we could further this conversation, we could further this dialogue. You know what I mean? A lot of times, other people assume that we upset with them or assume we got an attitude because how we yell at them, how we scream at them, how we curse them out, how we deal with them. So I'm learning to keep my composure, and I'm thankful that I get challenged, a lot more than not when it comes to keeping my composure, when it comes to not lashing out, not cursing. I mean, that's easy to do, but how long can I hold my composure? How long can I not get stressed out? How long can I not curse people out? Like it's easy for me to do that. So let me work on things that I know that's not easy, and that's what I appreciate about me believing in the Most High and me accepting God, because God will allow my character to be tested, even if it's not on YouTube. Like I said, it could be when I'm going grocery shopping. It could be when I'm washing my clothes. It could be when I'm out in the world and in society that my character and my fortitude constantly get tested. And I'm thankful that I remind myself, ignore that. Definitely, when somebody is not looking to cause physical harm to me, ignore it. I mean, because people could say whatever they feel. Who am I to not tell somebody to say something? Like, and I prefer it being said to me and not about me anyway. So if somebody's gonna say something, I just prefer that they say it to me and not about me. And now it's up to me the way I respond. And I was always taught it's not what people call me or say to me, it's what I respond to at the end of the day. So somebody could call me whatever they want to call me. It's all on what I respond to. Like, that's just how that works. And if I don't respond to things that I know don't apply to me, it really doesn't matter. It just really doesn't matter. And also another thing about entertainment, that I'm proud of and I respect, what I mean, when it comes to education, when I say like I'm not on the internet to entertain anybody, I'm on the internet to educate people. So it don't matter how people respond or react to my videos or to my live streams or to my music. All I know is when they go back on my timeline and look, I appreciate the fact that the consistency has been there with me being on education. You know what I mean? And if they entertain, bless them. If they not, bless them. But all I know is I need the consistency to be there in reference to the education. And like I said, if they entertain, no problem. You know what I mean? But I prefer they be more educated and they get more information from my platform. And like I said, when they go back on my timeline and they see the consistency of what I was speaking about in reference to the education and in reference to the information, I'm proud of that. And I know that as long as I stay consistent, I'll get more people to be more receptive to what I'm saying and what I'm doing, and it won't catch people off guard. Not only me going live, but the education portion, the information aspect of this, and that's what's important to me because, like I said, when you coming across and you have education, I mean, people not gonna really want to pay attention, and I get that because I was like that when when I first started on this path and on this journey of believing in God and being more positive and being more productive. At times, I was bored with it, or at times I was overwhelmingly tired and exhausted with reading or doing homework or doing research. But the more research I started to do and the more homework I started to do and the more education I got into and the more information I was looking up, I was getting excited because I was learning things and now I was eager to learn more. I was happy to learn more. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm thankful I read that. I'm thankful I did research on that. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't always read. Like sometimes I'll be on YouTube and I can get information, typing in certain things. Or I could watch something about nature and learn something I didn't learn about the wilderness, or about animals, or about plants, or about trees, etc., etc. So it's various different ways, like I said, that entertainment, you still could be educated. Vice versa, you still could be being into education and still be entertained. So it's all on your brain. It's all on what you're looking for when you're talking about education and you're talking about entertainment. At the end of the day, so I'm not gonna let what people perceive me doing as a stepping stone as if to how I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna do what I do regardless. Like I said, for those who reciprocate to it, I appreciate it. For those who don't, I still appreciate it because at the end of the day, time is important. Time is essential. So if anybody wants to take 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes and listen to what I'm saying, I'm thankful for that. But they don't have to. So even if they feel like they're entertained, they still have to listen to what I'm saying. And I just believe that we have to pay better attention to that. The time people willing to put into listening to you, or the time people willing to give you to listen to you, because it's just not, oh, well, I'm gonna listen to this person and I'm gonna just sit there. No, I mean, education, it's not easy to look things up. It's not easy to do homework. It's not easy to do research. Entertainment, it's not easy to entertain people because just because it may be entertaining from the person that's pushing it out there, it may not be entertaining for your listeners or for your subscribers or for whoever tuning in at that point and at that time. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm just going to keep going straight. I'm not going to let the sideline distract me. I'm not going to let people on the side say, well, this platform is boring, or sometimes he be spitting knowledge that I want to hear, or sometimes he be entertaining me. I mean, again, to each his own, and I respect everybody's time because without people's time, it don't matter what I'm talking about. But if I can get one person to say, you know what, I appreciate that, man. That education you gave me, I needed that. You know what I mean? It don't got to be 100 people or 100,000 people or 1,000. Nah, one person. You know what I mean? Two people. Like however many people it is, that's not gonna distract me from doing what I do. And that's one thing about education. It starts with that one person that's intrigued by, your mind frame, your thought pattern or your thought process or the way you interpret education and information. That's all it takes because that one person now will say, you know what? Nah, I need this education, I need this information. I appreciate it. I didn't know this about that. Now I know more about the earth, or now I know more about animals, or now I know more about mammals, or now I know more about food, or now I know more about crops, or now I know more about farms, or now I know more about TV, etc., etc. So again, it's all on you how you perceive whatever that information may be. Like I said, some people, are gonna look at education the way they look at education. Some people are gonna look at entertainment the way they look at it. Doesn't matter. To each his own. And another thing, I'm all about individual people. I'd rather deal with one person for just them, who they are, and how they are, instead of dealing with a collective people because people are easily influenced by other people. So I could be talking to one person and we can have an understanding. And when they get with some other people, they may distract them from what me and them was talking about. So if I could build with one person, once we get that understanding and once we get that bond, I'm thankful for that. Vice versa with me. I'd rather listen to one person than listen to a bunch of people because now I could be distracted. Like one person could have some great information, but I start listening to other people and I don't get the message or I don't get that great information that that person is giving me because I'm distracted from listening to 3 to 4 to 5 or 6 people. Ren, what's going on? Thanks for the thumbs up, Ren. Appreciate you. Hello, Ren. How you doing, friend? Thanks for tuning into the live stream. I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Um, yeah, thanks for subscribing to my channel, for being one of my Final Save family members. We really appreciate you. I don't know where you tapping in from, but wherever you tapping in from, we thank you. And I hope all is well with you on this Saturday evening. I don't know what part of the world you're in. If it's Sunday morning, I just appreciate you tapping in, checking in, friend. Thanks a million for that. For real, I really appreciate it. But yeah, so it's to each his own. It's all on where people are and their mind frame when it comes to education and or entertainment. We all have, our different ways of how we deal with things. We all have different ways of how we want to be taught and how we want to learn and how we want to be educated. I just believe that it's time to supersede entertainment with a little bit more education. Like I said, you could be entertained while you're being educated. I mean, some people may believe that that's not true. I mean, I don't see it that way. I see it as, you can still be entertained and be educated at the same time. And I also see that you can be you can spread entertainment and educate people as well. So again, it's all on one's mentality, and that's what I'm working on. And that's what I like to do on my platform: give people a different perspective when it comes to perspective and mentality. That's very important because we easily influenced by what other people think about us. I don't worry about what nobody think about me. I'm worrying about me being the best version of myself and what God think about me. That's it. Because if I worried about what people think about me, I wouldn't be doing live streams because I don't have a lot of people on my lives. I'll be easily distracted. I'll be like, man, nobody want to hear what I got to say. I'm not worried about that. God or the Most High or the Elohim is telling me to push this message out there, this education, this information. I'm gonna do it. That's it. And whoever clings on to it, I'm thankful. Whoever doesn't, I'm still thankful. Whoever give me 5 minutes, I'm thankful. Whoever give me 5 hours, I'm thankful. However, I gotta say this: if somebody give me 5 minutes or 5 hours, I'm appreciative. And if people feel like when they gave me 5 minutes, it was a waste of their time, and still peace and power. And if somebody gave me 5 hours and they feel like they was more than happy for the time they gave me off their 5 hours, it's still peace and power. But I'm not gonna come at anyone negatively or derogatory because they don't feel the same way I feel about the information or the education that I have to push on my platform. To each his own. Every man and every woman is their own person. And when you come to Final Say TV, I want people to be who they are. That what I mean? Because I always say that I respect people for who they are and not what they are, because what somebody is don't matter to me. So you could be an NBA player, you could be a actor, you could be a singer, you could be a rapper, you could be your own entrepreneur. Whatever you do is what you do, but who you are means something to me, not what you are, who you are, because who you are, that has to stick with you through the rest of your life. So if you're a respectful person, that's who you are. If you're an articulate person, that's who you are. If you're a mild-mannered person, that's who you are. That's what's important to me, but not what you are. Because, like I said, what you are doesn't mean anything. That don't signify who you are. And I like to separate things, on my platform as well. So, like I said, I'm not going to allow when I do live streams, if I have uh, 35 people now, I'm going to stay live for 5 hours. No, if I have, like now, I have nobody here, but that's not going to determine. Say, man, I'm gonna shut this down. Somebody could watch this playback and get something out of it. I'm thankful for that. At the end of the day, but if nobody get nothing from it, nobody get nothing from it. But those who do, I'm thankful. And like I said, just the time. Just somebody said, let me check in and listen to this dude for 5 minutes. That's very essential. That's very important because time is of essence. Everybody don't have time to waste. Everybody don't have time to burn. So for somebody to give me 5 minutes out their life, to me, that's a lot. That's golden. You know what I mean? And if I can't take advantage of the 5 minutes, I can't take advantage of the 5 minutes. But if I do, then I'm appreciative of that. But I'm not going to feel, a certain way if I can't take advantage of the 5 minutes. It's sometimes I've been live for an hour and then people started checking. Sometimes I've been live for 5 minutes and people checked in. So it doesn't matter. The point and the fact of the matter is I got to do what I got to do. I can't let my audience deter me from doing what I got to do. Like that's irrelevant to me. I'm thankful I have one, but I can't let my audience deter me from doing what I got to do. You know what I mean? I've been getting a lot more love on my pre-recorded, uploaded videos than I have on my live streams. And because I understand when you're doing lives, it take a lot more for people to actually sit there. Like when you do an uploaded video, people could check it out for 5 minutes, say, all right, I got the point of what he's saying, and that's that. But when you do a live stream, maybe sometimes people don't want to sit there with you while you sitting on your device and give you that hour or 2 hours or half an hour or 45 minutes or however long people live stream to be. And a lot of times some people don't want to go back and view your whole live stream. So I get it. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna let that distract me from doing what I do or doing what I gotta do. You know what I mean? And again, no matter what people, see or say or feel or think about anything that I do on my platform, I can't worry about that. So even if everybody love what I do, I'm thankful for that. But that's not gonna make me ease up on speaking positive or bringing information or bringing education. And if everybody despise what I say, that's not gonna make me ease up. Like nothing's gonna make me ease up. This is what I was set to do, and I'm gonna get it done. I'm just getting it done, under God's time and under God watch. And if the Most High said I got to do it another way, I'll switch up. But until then, I got to do what God's allowing me to do, the way God is allowing me to do it. That's just the bottom line to the whole situation. So for me to worry about entertainment, I ain't worrying about that. And again, if what I do is entertainment for people, God bless them. If it's not, God bless them. But if it's the education aspect of why they're here, I'm thankful for that. But I'm not gonna let anything deter me or distract me. That's just the point and the basis of why I do what I do. And I'm gonna keep going live, but I'm not gonna really predict a time of going live. I'm just gonna go live. Like I'm gonna put it in my community tab. Look out, guys! I'm going live, but I'm not gonna worry about no more about me putting. I'm going live at 9 o'clock. I'm going live at 8:30. I'm going live. Nah, I mean I'm gonna put it when I set up my live, but I'm not gonna put it in my community tab. I'm just gonna set it up, and if somebody see it, fine. If they don't, they don't. And if they tune in, they tune in. If they don't, they don't. But my lives are not for entertainment. My live is for education. You know what I mean? And like I said, in that process, if I could entertain you, then I'm blessed for that. But if I'm unable to, if people feel like, I go live and my videos when I'm live are not as, entertaining or as important when I was doing pre-recorded videos and they want to unsubscribe, it's their device, it's their subscription. I can't make them subscribe, and I can't make them stay. You know what I mean? If they want to stay, stay. If they don't, they don't. But whatever they do, unsubscribe or stay, it's still God bless them, their family, their loved one, and so on and so forth. Like, that's another thing. If somebody doesn't like something I'm saying or doing, I'm not mad at them. Like I don't wish anything negative or bad or unsubscribe, nah, or subscribe. Like, no, I ask people to subscribe because I'm looking to build a bigger community, and the more people I have, the more I can spread education. And like now, since I don't have that many people, or really it says nobody. So since I have nobody in here, I'm not going to worry about speaking about, the things I was going to speak about. I'm going to stay on the subject matter, but I'm not going to get as deep as I know I can get because it's not many people in here. And then when you go live, I want to directly get these messages to people directly, because I could do this on a pre-recorded video and pre-recorded video uploaded. But right now, I'm more focused on my music. That's why I'm doing more lives than my pre-recorded videos. Of course, I got pre-recorded videos that eventually I'll be re-uploading, but right now I'm going live. So I don't take away from my music. If I put other pre-recorded videos up there, it's going to take away from my music. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go live for now, just off the mere fact, so I don't distract anybody with my pre-recorded video. So that's why I'm gonna go live, at the end of the day. And again, people are not accustomed to me going live, and I'm only doing it right now on Saturdays and some Sundays. I may do it tomorrow. It depends on how my body feels. It depends on what God tell me. It depends on, my mentality, my approach to going live, at the end of the day. If I feel like, okay, well, my vibe is right, my vibes is high, and I can bring the correct energy not only to my platform or to my channel, but to my viewers or to my subscribers or to the people who help me do what I do in regards to Final Say TV, then I'll do it. But if not, I won't do it, at the end of the day. But I'm not, going live for any other reason. Oh, I appreciate you. Salam, my brother. Thanks a million. I know you probably was tuning in to something, or you probably was preoccupied. So I appreciate you. While you're still there, also I want to say this to you. I really appreciate you tuning in and checking in the times you have been. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your effort and your support. Since I've been going live, you've been showing me abundances of love. I mean, you showed me love on my pre-recorded videos. But since I've been going live, you've been showing me abundances of love. When I learn, I don't really know how to set up a stream yard, but when I learn how to get that active and get that going. I'm gonna open up the panel. You can come up, we can build, and we could do what we do, my brother. You know what I mean? I would appreciate that. If you can find some time when I do know learn how to set up a stream yard, you come by and we could build, man. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. And you enjoy the rest of your Saturday night, or I don't know what time zone you in. Your Saturday evening, so to speak. You know what I mean? Because you could be on West Coast time or down South time and so on and so forth. But appreciate your evening. You know what I mean about this. Yeah, no problem, man. Make sure you get your rest and stay strong. And I hope you are feeling better because the last time I did tune into your live, it just sounded like you was a little hoarse. You know what I mean? So I just pray that you feeling a lot better. You get your strength back. And like I said, man, thanks for all your support. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience. Thanks for your tolerance. And also, man, I also want to thank you for your guidance, man. And when I say your guidance, I mean, you teach me things, from your platform as well. So I appreciate that. Whether you post quotes, whether you post pictures with sayings, I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah, I understand it's been working hard, but yeah, nah, I get it, man. Whatever you do for a living, I'm thankful for that. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful that you have some sort of occupation or some sort of career, whatever you do, so you can feed yourself, feed your family, and feed your loved ones, man. So, get your rest. It's essential. It's important. And thanks for stopping by. Your support is definitely needed, and I appreciate you, man. And salam to you and your family. And thanks for your support, man. Everybody at Final Say we appreciate you. Even greater, my brother. Even greater. I pray that whatever you do for your self employment, that can grow. Whatever entrepreneurial situation it is, it can grow. It can elevate. And whether that's a year, whether that's a month, whether that's an hour, whatever that is, it can grow, and your business can be international business, and you could go global for you and your loved ones, and whatever you're doing, and whatever you're into, man. That's from me and everybody at Final Say it from the bottom of my heart, man. And we need more people like yourself that's doing their own thing and looking, to do, and look for it to grow in regards to whatever they do. Appreciate it. Bless you. Yeah, thanks, man. I definitely need it. My loved ones or whatever family I am in contact with, you definitely need it. Before you go, if you say you're going to get some rest, on today, what I thought you'd be doing because I know, you're into sports. I thought you'd probably be checking the All-Star weekend. You know what I mean? Whatever they got going on, I know the game is probably tomorrow. So, I know you probably was watching like maybe the dunk contest or the 3-point contest or the skills challenge or whatever. Like I said, I used to be into all that heavy. I used to tape all of that Pro Bowls and baseball All Star games and basketball. Like I was into all of that heavy, man. Like I was into sports like on a whole nother level with it. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's not that I have a problem with it. I just want to be a lot more educated. Yeah, well, okay. Now I say you checked out. All right, that's what's up. But yeah, I just want to be a lot more educated, than entertain at this junction in my life. I don't have a problem with entertainers or entertainment, because I was into that field as well. Because like I said before, I started my platform. I made music. I was into hip hop heavy. I used to love them when I was younger. Right, right. That's exactly what I have it on VCR tapes. Exactly. A lot of when I say when I say I used to record them, like I got a lot of the older All-Star games, from the late '80s and early '90s. Definitely basketball. When the NBA used to come on NBC. You know what I mean? I used to tape a lot of them All-Star games, and I used to watch the triple headers, the playoffs, and all that. So, and I was watching the NBA before the Bulls, was even on a made they run before the Bulls was winning. I'm talking about when Bird was on the Celtics, when Magic was on the Lakers, when Detroit had Isaiah. I used to watch that. And when I was little, I appreciate my father, my uncles, they used to sit me down and they had me watching, the NBA and the NFL, back when Joe Montana was on the 49ers and Phil Simms was on the Giants and, the Bears was on their run with Walter Payton and Refrigerator Perry and Mike Singletary and so on and so forth. So, I'm, you know, real a real fan of the game on that level where I can go back, and like I said, I'm thankful that my father and my uncles and them had me watching all that so I could really understand what was going on. And when I say they had me watching it, they really taught me all the positions, from defensive end to defensive tackle to linebacker to cornerback, safety, and so on and so forth. Same thing with the NBA. They taught me about all positions. Same thing about baseball. They taught me about all positions. So it wasn't that they just had me watching it. They really was teaching me the difference, and I thank them for that because had they not did that, I wouldn't have been able to study, things I do in life right now. It's a little bigger than sports for me now, but at that point, that helped me with patience. That helped me with tolerance. That helped me with learning how to study, learning what to pay attention to. And it also taught me not to be biased. What I mean? It also taught me about teamwork, watching the Lakers and the Celtics and the Pistons and, watching, the 49ers or the Giants or the Bears or whatever baseball team, the Yankees, the Mets, whatever teams that I was watching, it taught me, about sticking together, about, teamwork, about tolerance, about respecting someone else's space and giving somebody else an opportunity to flourish and or to grow. It taught me all those things. So now when I look at sports, it's a different. Like I'm looking at it basically, Malik, just from a different, a different perspective. It's not just a bunch of people dribbling the basketball or a quarterback just throwing the football. Like, I look at everything from all aspects, all the coaches, all the trainers, everybody that coexists with a team because it's not just about the players. You need the trainers, you need the coaches, you need everybody to be like when I was talking to you before, you need everybody to be on one accord for that to work. A lot of people just think that the players make everything go. You need those coaches, you need those trainers, you need everybody to be connected on one accord. And from a lot of people's perspective, that's just entertainment. But for me, again, it is entertainment, but I had to learn, the educational aspect of it. Make sure to tune in Friday night. Yeah, me too. Oh, okay. Well, I'll do my best to tune in. You're gonna have a open panel, or you got a selective group of people already that you're gonna have on the panel. Like how that's gonna work. But I'm definitely gonna tune in. I'm just asking, because if you know me, if it's an open panel, and you allow me to come up there, I would love to join in with you and whatever brothers and sisters you're gonna have up there, and speak on the mental health aspect. Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tune in. If it's not on your platform, if you upload it to your community tab, I'll tune in from there. But if it's on your platform, I'm already subscribed to you, so I'll definitely tune in. And if I'm not like busy, or if I'm not resting, or if I'm not reading, or studying, or like on an important phone call or something. Oh, okay, it should be open panel. Well, like I said, if I'm free, I definitely tune in. And if not, I'll watch the playback. But if I'm free, I'll tune in. And if I have time to come on the panel, I definitely would love to come on the panel and give my perspective on mental health. And thank you or and whoever else thought about having a show about that and a panel about it. And that's why I appreciate you because you're willing to venture into various different subject manner or matter, and we need that from a content standpoint on the internet, on social media. Um, Q and A. Okay, Q and A after you're done. Okay, cool. So that's great. And whoever that brother is, I'll try to link with him, and I'll subscribe to his platform, and now I'll check him out and see what he's about, and see what information that he has to offer. I'm quite sure that he's gonna pick my brain, and I'm gonna be able to learn from him. So I'm all for that. I'm all for higher learning, higher education, and getting what I can from other people. Definitely productive and definitely positive. And I don't knock people who don't bring positive energy. Definitely would be good. Oh, okay. That's excellent. That's excellent. And I don't knock people who's not productive or not positive or don't speak positively on their platform. It's peace and power to everybody. I mean, just for me, for me to be in tune and intrigued, and for me to really stick around, that's what I'm into. People not doing that, I'm still gonna be positive and productive when I come to everyone's platform. Everybody platform that I stop by, I send peace and power. I send peace and blessings. I tell them to stay safe, stay healthy. I wish them success. I wish them a blessed weekend, or I wish them a stress-free week, or I wish them a great work week ahead. I'm gonna always do that. But for me to really coexist with people, I mean, I'm looking for positivity and education or information. 'Cause that's just what I do, and that's gonna keep me. That's gonna keep me in tune. Or I'm just looking for some light to be shared, because a lot of things right now in life is real dark. It's real gloomy. You know what I mean? So if anybody can spread positivity and bring some light, I'm all for it. And at the end of the day, when people come to my platform, everybody don't have to agree with what I'm saying, and everybody don't have to abide by certain rules and regulations. I always say this, I need for people to be who they are, because I'm not into what somebody is, because what somebody is not who they are to the core, their character, where they at, where their spirit is at. Because, like I said, somebody could say their whatever their religion is. That don't mean anything to me, but how their spirit is, that matter to me, and where their soul is at, that matter to me. Because if their spirit is high, I, I could connect with them. Because no matter what their religion say, if they vibrate right, it don't matter what their religion is, or if they vibrate right. Ooh, excuse me. If their vibe is not right, it doesn't matter, what what they into, because their vibe is not right. So that's why, to me, it's about who you are, because that now I can stick with you, because as long as you displaying self control, self respect, self discipline, meaning because we don't like to be policed. Like we don't like for people to tell us what to do, and I agree with that. So if you display self control, self respect, self restraint, like you focus on you. It's not about what somebody else is not willing to do. Like if somebody else is yelling and screaming at me, that's what they choose to do. But if I'm not yelling and screaming back, then I'm controlling myself. I don't want to control other people if I'm unable to control myself. So as long as I can control me, if somebody else can't control themselves, that's on them. But if I can control me, if I can respect myself and have self control and self restraint, that's important to me. But if somebody else is unable to do that, that's on them. But if I can do it, that's all that's important to me. So that's what I'm about, and that's what I look to do, man. So again, my brother, thanks for stopping by. Your time, your effort, your energy was definitely needed, and any support that you show on my lives or pre-recorded videos, I appreciate it. Any comments you have left, willing to leave down the road, it's highly appreciated. Listening to any one of my tracks that you listen to, I appreciate it. Like I said, I made music on a larger scale than I'm doing right now. However, I had to switch up that whole music thing because, like I said, I was a hip hop head as well. I was in hip hop, and not just the recent eras of the late '90s and the early 2000s. I'm talking about the early days with it, with the Cool Hercs, with the Melly Mels, with the Jungle Brothers, with the De La Souls, with the Tribe Called Quest, with the KRS Ones, with the Rakims, with Big Daddy Kane, and so on and so forth. So, anything that I was into, I was really into it. You know what I mean? I just wasn't. It wasn't like a fad to me. You know what I mean? I was into hip hop and I was into it heavy. You know what I mean? So, and I listened to albums. You know what I mean? And I didn't prejudge any of the hip hop. When I came up, I just really listened to it and accepted it. I accepted, the diversity with hip hop. I like KRS-One for KRS-One. I like Rakim for Rakim. I like Kane for Kane. I like Bismarck for Bismarck. I like Coogee Rap for Coogee Rap. I like Ice T for Ice T. Ice Cube for Ice Cube. Like it wasn't. I didn't put none of them up against each other. I respected from my perspective they all brought a different element to the game, and to me that's what's missing. Nobody's bringing a different element to music no more. Everybody get money, everybody get women, everybody got fancy cars, everybody got jewelry, you know, everybody's on the block or in the trap. So it's like what I'm doing now with my music, I want to bring a different element. It's like that's what made hip hop. Because if KRS One spit knowledge, Rakim spit knowledge, but it was different knowledge from KRS One. And if Big Daddy Kane was the ladies' man, LL still was the ladies' man, but Big Daddy Kane was smooth. So everybody brought a different element. Bismarck, he kind of brought a sense of humor to hip hop. So everybody brought, even though Coogee Rap was kind of gangster, I mean, he still had a message behind it at the end of the day. So everybody had a different element, in hip hop at one point. It's like now everybody's all the same. You know what I mean? Everybody's like doing the same thing. They sound the same. The videos look the same. The artists look the same. The music sound the same. It's formatted the same. It's like no separation. You know what I mean? And it's just like with sports, the dedication is different. You know what I mean? Like KRS One was dedicated to hip hop. Rakim was, Coogee Rap was, Bismarck was, Big Daddy Kane was, Ice Cube was, Ice T was. Like they all, was dedicated. LL, they all Kumo D, they all was dedicated to the game differently. Now everybody everybody could go to the internet and make a song or make a video and get paid, and everybody, could rock jewelry, and everybody got, the same looking women in the video. It's like there was a point where it wasn't even about having women in the video, and if it was, the women ain't have to take off their clothes. The women had, self respect for themselves. You know what I mean? And even though they may have been in the Big Daddy Kane video or Coogee Rap video or LL video or Ice T video, Ice Cube video, they still had self respect. They didn't have to, degrade themselves and take off a bunch of clothes and if they did, they wasn't quick to show their face because they still had to go back around their family, or they still had to raise their kids, or they still had to do things with some sort of sense of pride and some sort of sense of respect and self control, etc., etc. I mean, even with the women, that was rapping, you know what I mean? So, with the MC Lights and the Queen Latifahs and et cetera, et cetera, I mean, it was always just a different feel, with hip hop. And I'm saying all that to you because I noticed that, at times, like, you diverge, like you'll speak about knowledge or you'll speak about sports or you'll speak about music or you speak about the culture like you do a lot of various different things. And just telling you, I appreciate you for that, at the end of the day, that you bring, a lot of various different, elements, on your platform. And I respect it and I appreciate it, man. And keep it going, man. Like keep up the great work, stay encouraged, and stay inspired to do that, on your platform, man. From me to you, man. I really appreciate that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So getting back to what I was saying is that again, there's various different ways to be educated and still be entertained. There's various different ways to be entertained and educated. So I believe we could combine them both, the entertainment and the education. It's all on us how we come at that and how we deal with it. At the end of the day. So it's all on us how we want to be educated. It's all on us how we want to be entertained. And like I said, I have no problem with entertainment. I just want to be more on a educational front than anything. At the end of the day. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just about almost 11 o'clock East Coast time. I don't know where a lot of people and what time zone they in who may be tuning into this whenever, however, but soon enough, I'll shut it down. I'm thankful for the few people who tapped in and chimed in, and viewed this live stream while I was live, and whoever may be willing to see the playback, and so on and so forth. I'm maybe gonna go live tomorrow, maybe. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, I just did this, to let people know that I do be going live and just to check in and let everybody know that God love them, I love them, and to keep your head up, stay encouraged, to stay positive, stay motivated to do what you do. Don't let nobody get you sidetracked or derail you. Stay focused on your path, stay committed to your path. Stay focused on your craft and do what's best for you. Do what you love to do. You know what I mean? I'm doing what I love to do when I do my live streams, when I do my pre-recorded videos. Same thing with the music. Like I said, the more my platform grow and the more people check into these lives, trust me, they'll get better and better. I have a lot more to talk about. I have a lot more to discuss. Since I don't be having that much people in the lives, I try to talk to those who are there while that space and that time is still there because I know the more my platform grow, I'm not gonna really have time to really speak to people, and I'm gonna really be getting deeper and deeper in depth with my content and deeper in depth with the conversation about my content. So, before that happens, I don't mind speaking to the one, two, three, or four, five, or six people that do, tap in or chime in and check in, and I really, really appreciate it. And I'm thankful for it, at the end of the day. And like I said, peace and power to everybody in the YouTube world and in the stratosphere. Keep your head up, stay positive, stay committed, stay focused. Always at all times, love yourself. Love those who in your immediate circle that love you. You know, um, and stay motivated and stay encouraged to do what you do. Don't easily become distracted by things that don't mean anything to you, and don't let people distract you that don't mean anything to you. You know what I mean? And keep your head up. Remember that God love you. God will never give you nothing you're unable to handle. That goes for you. That goes for your family, your loved ones, your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, your godchildren, and anybody that's in your immediate circle that's important to you. At the end of the day. And for those who may see the playback, I'm thankful if you watch 5 minutes of it, if you watch the whole thing, you watch 10 minutes of it, whatever segment you caught, I'm thankful for that because, like I always say, and I will continue to say, time is essential and it's very, very, very important that, at the end of the day, when people give me their time, I'm thankful for it, because they're taking time out of their personal life, their social life. They could be married, they could have children, whatever they could be at work, whatever they're doing. Thank you for giving me time to come into your living room, your dining room, your bedroom, wherever you viewing my live streams at, via tablet, via cell phone, laptop, however you viewing it. I'm thankful. Smart TV, however, whenever. But I'm thankful for that. At the end of the day, and I'm learning that again. Time, effort, and energy is so important to me. So anybody, anywhere, any city, any state, any country, whatever time zone, bless you, bless your family, and thank you for, like I said, inviting me into your homes or wherever you view me, my live streams, my platform, my channel, my pre-recorded videos, you listening to my music, anything under that umbrella. Everybody at Final Say, be thankful for that. And everybody's welcome on Final Say. That's another thing I want to say. Everybody is welcome on Final Say. All genders, genres, ethnical backgrounds, cultures, everybody's welcome because I have education and information for anybody and everybody out there. And we never know what we could build upon, and we never know what we can help grow and or flourish. So whoever's seeing this, remember all genders, genres, ethical and cultural backgrounds are welcome on Final Say TV. You know what I mean? So don't be ashamed to comment. Don't be ashamed to like. Don't be ashamed to share and subscribe. And it's appreciated. Like I said, the more people that tune into these live streams, I have abundances of content that I will be getting into. I'm just building up my platform, building up my community. And another thing I want to say, I want to thank everybody for their subscription. And from my perspective, I'm building this up organically and naturally. And that's how I need to build it. And that's how I'm going to continuously build it. And I'm thankful I can build it like that. I don't want to just be getting abundances of subscribers. And when I start to do what I do with this content, I can't reach my subscribers. So I rather have, if I have, for example, if I have 2,000 subscribers, I'd rather have out of that 2,000, I'd rather have 1,200 natural and organic subscribers. At least I know out of that when I go live, I'm about to get 400 out of that 1,200 to always tune into my live stream. I'm thankful for that because at the end of the day, they're going to appreciate and enjoy this education, this content on a large scale, and for what it's worth. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody for everything they have done, willing to do, and continuously do because, like I said, time is of the essence and it's very important, at the end of the day. And when you tune into Final Say TV, I want you to feel at home. I want you to feel comfortable, to say whatever in the chat, and I also, as my platform grow, like I said, I have abundances of content, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of other various different things, for other people on other platforms and people throughout the world and people throughout society. You know what I mean? And that's why, you know, I'm thankful that my platform is going to grow naturally and organically, at the end of the day, because the more my platform grow naturally and organically, I can reach out to different people in various different fronts, throughout the world and, throughout the hemisphere and the equator and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? And whoever just hit the like button, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? You don't have to let yourself be known, but thanks for hitting the like button. You know what I mean? If you just tuning in, and you're in the bushes, obviously you're a subscriber. So this is Final Say. I'm your host, the Enlightened Why the Gifted Dr. Rank. I was just speaking about how I'm appreciative for everybody who have subscribed, and I'm building this platform up organically and naturally, and I'm thankful for that. At the end of the day, and I'm thankful for everybody who have subscribed, who have been showing me love, and they've been tuning into these live streams. And I'm just speaking about education and entertainment, how they can connect. Education and entertainment can connect. So maybe you're on the internet for entertainment. I'm saying you still could be educated while you're being entertained. And maybe you're on the internet for education. You still could be entertained because, like I said earlier on this live stream here, when I started going on this journey and this path of seeking higher learning and seeking productivity and positivity, in the beginning, I was distracted or boredom did kick in. But the deeper I got with the homework and with the research, I started to learn more. And the more I learned, now it became more exciting to learn about the earth, to learn about plants, to learn about food, to learn about animals, to learn about human beings, to learn about civilization, to learn about life and living. Learning about the economy, learning about clothes, learning about gas, learning about electricity. Like that became exciting to me because Now, the more and more homework and the more research I'm doing, I'm learning things, and it's becoming exciting to me because I'm able to learn more because I'm doing more homework and research. And it's not only through books that I learn these things. I learn things from YouTube. I learn things from watching certain things on TV. But I don't just restrict myself to watching, the same things on TV. I open it up. Sometimes I watch nature for 3 days straight. Sometimes I watch things about the earth for 2 days straight. Sometimes I read a book for 2 days. And sometimes I don't watch TV or read books. Sometimes I get on YouTube and say, you know what, I'm gonna type this in and see what I can learn. You know what I mean? So it's various different ways to learn. And sometimes I learn from going to other people's platforms, listen to them speak about God, or speak about food, or speak about sports, or speak about animals, or whatever it is, but I stay open minded. So when I come to the internet, I just try to listen to various different subjects and content so I can learn. I just try to feed my brain any way that I can. I don't be selfish, and I don't just restrict it to only what I'm saying and what I'm doing because I don't know everything. Like I said, I'm thankful that I could come to my platform and spread that knowledge and spread that love, and give out the information. But I don't only learn, excuse me, I don't only learn from books or from watching certain things on TV. It's various different ways I learn things at the end of the day. And I learn from people as well. So that's why I do subscribe to other people's platforms. I do go to other people's platforms and just listen at times. Of course, I'll salute them and let them know I'm there. But, sometimes after I do that, I just sit back and listen. And when I'm not on the internet, listen to other platforms, I'm not always watching TV. I don't always read. Sometimes I just rest my mind. You know what I mean? Sometimes I rest my eyes. You know, I just give thanks sometimes. So it's various different things that I do to educate myself or to get information because I'm learning. It's good to give your body a rest sometimes. To get enough sleep, to eat healthy foods at times, even if I may want to eat cookies or I may want to eat chips or I may want to drink soda. But I still say, you know what, I drank soda from Tuesday to Saturday. You know what? Now I'm gonna drink water from Monday to Wednesday. That's all I'm gonna do. Or I'm gonna eat salad Monday, Tuesday, Monday. Like I just try various different things to see how my body react to them. To see how my body react to drinking certain things, to eat certain things, to see how my mind react to reading certain books, to see how my mind react to watch certain educational TV shows, to see how my eyes react to sitting in front of this laptop. When my eyes bother me, if I had this laptop running for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, etc., and so on and so forth. So there's various different ways for me to learn, on a daily basis. So I don't just restrict myself to learning, one way. Like I said, there's different ways to get answers. Like, 6 plus 4 is 10, 7 plus 3 is 10, 5 plus 5, 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2. So it's various different ways, to get answers. So I don't only, get answers from the way that I get it. Like I said, there's various different ways I get answers. I get it from people, I get it from books, I get it from educational shows on YouTube, educational shows on TV. I get it from going places. Like when I go places, I learn whether that's museums, whether that's plays, whatever it is. I try to learn when I do other activities. I just try to learn. When I'm in cars and I'm on the road. There's other ways to get places. So it's not if I'm in the car and somebody's driving, it's not only one way to learn how to get to a mall or to get to a shopping place or to get to the grocery store. There's other ways to go. So anytime I do something, I'm just trying to learn better ways to improve on doing things. You know what I mean? So even if I take a jog, I don't jog the same way. Or if I take a walk, I don't walk the same way. I may go through the same way, but I don't walk the same way. I may say, you know what, I walked on the right side. Now I'm gonna walk on the left side. You know what I mean? I did it when it was maybe just getting daylight. I'm gonna try to do it when it's getting a little dark. So I don't always do things the same way. I try other methods and other ways to do things. So again, if you're watching the playback, I appreciate it. If you tuned in and chimed in, I appreciate it. This is Final Say TV. I'm your host, the enlightened one, highly gifted Dr. Wright, meaning direct results. I display righteousness. Direct results. If you're willing to listen, and learn and do your own homework and research, I truly believe you'll get direct results out of things that I say and some of the things that I can prove in reference to some of the remedies and some of the things that I do put out there in regards to my platform. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful for everybody that's helping my platform grow on a daily basis. You know, it's people that do it silently, it's people that do it speaking about it, and it's people that just do it. Any way you have helped Final Say grow, I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for the people behind the closed doors that help me do what I do, that say, well, I like what you was talking to me about when I didn't make a video yet. And I speak to certain people, whether that's family, friends, loved ones, and they say, well, you need to bring that to your platform. I'm thankful for them as well. Good evening, Final Say. I appreciate you. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Nah, I know you'll go back. It's all right. I mean, I was just speaking earlier about how I'm thankful and how some people are on the internet for various different reasons. Some people are on here to be entertained. And I was saying that with entertainment, you still can get education. And I also was saying with education, you still can get entertainment. So, for instance, Carla, before I, talk to you and see how you're doing, for instance, when I got on this journey I was on to seek higher learning, to seek more education, to seek, a different path in life, I was bored and I would get distracted, because I would fall back into certain old habits and old tendencies that I had. But the deeper I got into this path and the deeper I got into this activity and this education and this information, it was getting more and more exciting. So the more I read, or the more I did research, or the more I did homework, I was intrigued because I was thankful. I was learning more. I was learning more about the world, about plants, about the earth, about civilization, about people, about animals, about the economy, about clothes, about gas, about just various different things, about crops, about farms. I'm just thankful that when I got on this path, that the deeper I got, the more I was able to learn, and it became more and more exciting for me because now, with me getting this education, I was getting entertained because it was entertaining to me because the more and more I found out, I was getting happier, but I was getting entertained because I'm like, wow, I didn't know all that about an ocean, or I didn't know all that about an animal, or I didn't know all that about a person, or I didn't know all that about a body part, or I didn't know all that about money, or I didn't know all that about clothes, I didn't know all that about food, I didn't know all that about electricity, I didn't know all that about trains, I didn't know all that about planes, I didn't know all that about boats, etc., etc. I didn't know all that about the government. I didn't know all that about law enforcement. I didn't know all that about so on and so forth. So the more homework I started to do, the more education I was seeking, the more I was entertaining my brain. And like I said, it wasn't just through books. I mean, I could entertain myself on YouTube. I could entertain myself with TV. I could entertain myself with music. I could entertain myself with sports because even though I'm looking at all those various different things for a source of entertainment, I'm still now I learn how to educate myself. So when I'm watching sports now, from it is entertainment, but I learn how to educate myself now because it's bigger than just if it's basketball, I'm putting the ball in the hoop. Like I learned now how to look at basketball and educate myself. Like, okay, it's this many players on the team. They all got to coexist. I learned the dynamics of they got to get a shot off within 24 seconds. Like I educated myself to how the dynamics of the game work. Football, baseball, basketball. Like I had to really see. Okay, well, a court is this big. Arena hold this many seats. It take this amount of light to light up an arena. It take this many hot dogs to feed people. It take this many tugs of beer to supply a whole stadium, etc., and so on and so forth. It's not just about the game no more. So it's other things that I got into that became entertainment, but I still was being educated. So I had to learn that, at the end of the day. But when I just was like, you know what, I'm just watching this for entertainment, like I was limiting myself. So now I'm learning It's very, very different ways. Even though I could be doing something for education, I still could be entertained. Or even though I'm doing something for entertainment, I still could be educated. So I had to learn that. But yeah, that's what I was speaking about. But so how you been? What's been going on with you, Carla? I pray that all is well with you. Taking care of yourself, and you're doing better than you were the last time I spoke to you. And thank you for catching the live stream and tuning in. On a Saturday night. I appreciate it. For real. So I'm just praying that all is well with you and everything is okay. So that's like basically like in a microcosm what I was speaking about. And for a while on this particular live stream, there was really nobody in the chat really. So what I was just doing was I was just keeping the conversation going until some people was able to tap in and check in and chime in. And I'm aware that it's a lot of things going on. And like I said, it's Saturday, so people are doing what they do. So whenever people are able to tune in and chime in, me, I'm thankful for that. You know what I mean? But that's the basis of what I was talking about, just learning ways, even though I want to be educated, is ways to still be entertained, vice versa. Even though I probably want to be entertained, I still could seek education out of that. And that was my point. You know what I mean? And that was the goal of this live stream. And I was just saying that, whether I have like just now, just from what I'm saying, maybe still just you here. That's not a problem. But I'm learning down the line that, I'm gonna have a lot more people tapping in and tuning in. So I won't have the time that I'm having now to just speak to you or two or three people that's in the chat or that tunes into the live stream because when I have 30 or 40 or 50 people, now I have a lot of content. So I don't want to just be putting all that content out there. And then when people come, it's like they got to go back on those lives. So, the more people that come in and tap in and check in, oh, trust me, oh, I'll have abundances of content for them because I have abundances of knowledge and educational things to speak about. And, in regards to life, in regards to money, in regards to fashion, in regards to family, in regards to parenting and health and mental health and physical health and a bunch of other things. So trust me, the more my community grows and the more people tap in and check in, oh, I definitely gonna let people know what to look out for and what I do on my platform and what's the basis of my platform. But until then, I'm thankful to talk to you and whoever else that tune in and check in. And like I said, when our platform grow. But for now, I'm thankful for whoever's willing to check in, whoever's willing to tap in. I'm thankful for that. So and overall, I'm just happy with how things are and where I'm at with everything overall. So at the end of the day, though, how you been and what's going on with you, Carla? And I pray that everything is all right with Frank. I know he's probably been working and doing what he got to do and getting his rest. So I know how he is when he has time. He'll check in and he'll tune in and let me know how everything is going with him. But I pray that everything is all right with him. And the same thing with you, Carla. Everything is all right. You know. But yeah. So I just want to thank everybody who have tuned in and chimed in and tapped in on this live episode of Final Say. Whoever's willing to watch the playback, I appreciate it. It's after 11 Eastern Standard Time. So maybe I'll go live tomorrow. But for everybody who tuned in and checked in, I appreciate it. Thanks to my moderator who tuned in. And thanks for everybody. This has been another live episode of Final Say. I'm your host, the Enlightened One, Highly Gifted, Dr. Wright. And again, thanks for everybody who support my platform, who help my platform grow. And thanks to everybody who have been watching all my live streams, who have watched my pre-recorded videos and who have been supporting my music. It's highly appreciated. And I'm gonna upload more of my music. I just haven't uploaded anything because I've been trying to give everybody time to really listen and enjoy it, and maybe make a playlist of my music and separate that from my pre-recorded and on my live stream videos. And I just thankful for everybody who check on my community tab because I try to upload positive quotes, and I ask questions, and I try to upload, and I'm going to be uploading a lot of other educational and informative videos from other people's channels and other people's platforms. I'm going to be uploading things from Malcolm X, from Martin Luther King, so on and so forth, and just trying to keep it productive, and keep it educational, and keep it positive. And again, I'm thankful for everybody for tuning in to my platform, and everybody's love and everybody's help. I'm very appreciative of that. It's been another live episode. Final say I'm the host, the enlightened one, highly gifted, Dr. Wright. Peace, world.